Yeah, this is my grandson, one of my grandsons. And that's my granddaughter. This is my older son and my older daughter. They look like a couple, but they're not, actually. The difficult part about it was I hadn't gone to school in a while, and I had to take classes like anatomy and physiology, which I had had before, and they were a struggle then, but seemed like it was even more of a struggle for me because I wasn't able to really retain the information like I did when I was a little bit younger. Okay.
She was sleeping with her books every night, studying right before she sleep. She didn't go to sleep till late.
Hurry up and prepare something for my kids, and then I was in my bedroom with my books, meaning that I was studying up until I fell asleep. Workforce development program has been a huge impact for me. I've gone from welfare to a substantial amount of money. I felt like I was begging for assistance, you know, to pay the bills, to get groceries, to be able to have medical care for my kids and myself, you know, and that's not a good feeling.
She steady goes to school, and she does because she says she feels like that's a way to set an example for me.
It allowed me to be independent, to be supportive of myself and my family.
I'd be reading at least 5 hours a day, doing my homework another 5 hours. So it was a 24/7 job for me to go to school, and pretty much for my family and friends because it kind of isolated me from everything else.
This was his room right there, and straight from work he used to hit the books, and he used to tell us, don't call me for dinner or anything because I have to study.
My family was always there ready to pick me up when I was feeling down, and they were there to say, you know what, no, it's time to get up, study, you're gonna do it, you're gonna make it.
I would have to drive him over there at Rio Hondo, and I would have to wait out there in the parking lot for 3 hours.
One of the most critical workforce development employees that made an impact to me was Miss B. She was a good inspiration for me. It made me feel workforce development was behind me. She would come every test day, every class day. She was always there. She made sure we had everything in line, whether it be our classes, our books, our homework. She was always drilling us. She was always calling us all hours of the night, didn't matter what time it was. She was pretty much our juice for the day.
Because these are adult students who are also working full-time, the program was developed that there would be a coaching support because the program recognized that students not only were working full-time but also had families, they were adults, and they needed additional support to get them through this intensive program.
With the workforce, he found out that there was help there. I mean, that's what it's there for. The workforce is there for people to take advantage of, to use, to better themselves.
Students may have some things that come up, but we're there to give them this additional confidence, this additional motivation, this additional guidance.
Once they're screened, we offer them a whole range of services, coaching, tutoring, bridge services, test-taking services, ensuring they get their certification, and then helping them eventually getting placed on the job.
Workforce gave me my science class, anatomy, physiology, microbiology.
So how do you measure, say, a liquid? Well, many of our students are interested in having some sort of healthcare career, most of them nursing. And before they can enter a nursing program, they must complete algebra. So it's important that they take this class to prepare them, get their confidence level up, so that when they take algebra at the college level, they can be successful.
Algebra, pre-algebra, English class, they hooked me up.
So you're going to pick those things up, and you estimate which one you think is a centimeter.
Even before being a nurse, there was other courses they offered. They offered how to do typewriting, to be a clerk, because I was a clerk at one time on a unit floor. They offered tuition reimbursement for the bachelor's program.
S, excelente. Otra vez. Our patient population is quite high in terms of the Spanish-speaking population, and so the more our employees are able to communicate with patients, that really goes a long way in facilitating not only access to service, but service itself.
Spanish class is very important to me, and I would like to get into a Spanish class.
Majority. So once you get that, your commitment to work for the public system at least 2 years following your licensure, but of course we expect it to be decades, right? Help the people who are underserved, and you know the population so well, nobody can replace you. Congratulations. Welcome to your new profession.
It would be a big tragedy if we weren't here to provide the services that we do. I stay in the community and within the county because if people like myself aren't here, then it's just, like I said, it'd just be a lot more tragedy.
If you go to one of our graduation ceremonies, you can't help but be moved by the folks from just so many different backgrounds, men and women, young and old, African American, Latino, Asian, white, who have made such a transformation in their own lives.
But they also improve their economic status in the community and are able to go back and also improve the condition of the families and participation in the community economically.
Get all the people that doesn't have any insurance. You know, it makes you feel good when you see a patient that has been sick, and then they get better and they get up and walk out, you know, and enjoy their life. It makes you feel real good.
Was this new order put in for the ultrasound?
If a program didn't exist, like the RN program from the workforce development, you know, I wouldn't have been able to go to school, get my education, come back and get a job through the county, and give back something to the community.
And you're heroes because you're the embodiment of our collective vision. And that vision is a vision of a stronger public health system that delivers quality care to the residents of Los Angeles County.
The union is not a grievance machine. We want the union to mean something to their life, to their quality of life.
Julie Jacobson.
Working with their employer in a different way about quality services for the residents of Los Angeles County.
I'm trying to encourage her. She's doing her prereqs right now. So after prereqs, she's going to go through workforce. Okay.
Where I was is in a very low-paying position that I was really struggling in, and now I'm in a position where I'm not rich, but I'm comfortable.
Who else is going to send you to school? Who else is going to pay for your books? Who else is going to give you a tutor? Who else is going to give you a mentor? You know, the workforce development really came through and helped out a lot of people and changed their lives. You know, it's one of the best things that happened.
Thank you, workforce. Thank you, workforce. Thank you.